Hey, Real Nerds. There's many ways to enjoy the Real Nerds podcast. You can listen to us on Stitcher, iTunes, and now Spotify and iHeartRadio. You can see what we're up to around town by following us at Real Nerds on Instagram. And if you want to send us your thoughts, you can email us at realnerds@gmail.com or call us at 720-6nerds5. Like us on Facebook at Real Nerds Podcast or tweet us at Real Nerds. And now on with the show.
Camera, action!
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd can...
Doesn't talk through film. I'm sorry.
Take it outside.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action! Real nerds.
Welcome to Real Nerds Podcast. We are the best movie podcast on the internet, as verified by nobody. Every week we see a new movie and we podcast our experience to the world. This week we saw Mean Girls 2024. I am joined by Brad.
Hey, what's up?
Every week when we tell you if you should see the film or not, we'll play the trailer and then spoil the movie. And we also talk about the big movie news of the week and things we've watched throughout the week. Brad, how's your week been going?
Just busy, super busy. Got a lot of stuff going on. How about you?
Yeah, I was super busy until yesterday. And then now I'm on vacation for 10 days. So I'm good.
Nice. What's that like?
Well, it takes a long time to get there, because I'm going to Disneyland, so you have to book it pretty far in advance, because now you have to have park reservations and all this jazz. So they have a countdown on my Disneyland app, and because I have it to send push notifications, because when you're at Disneyland, you can get in line and they'll send you notifications when you can go wait in line so you don't have to wait as long. Anywho, I keep on getting like these alerts, and it's like, hey, you're only 60 days away from your trip. You're only 45 days. And I'm like, oh my God, could this make it any worse? And I was supposed to testify today, but they called that off, so I didn't have to go to court at least, so that's good.
Isn't it like weird, like how complicated going to a theme park is? Like, especially Disneyland, like it should be so much easier.
Well, it's way different now. Remember when we used to go when we went to E3 and we would just walk up to the gate and we'd buy a ticket and we'd go in?
Yeah.
Now you can't really do that anymore. I mean, you can, but you have to make sure that the park isn't sold out because you have to make a reservation, which you think would be easier because everything's on the app now. But this time we're staying at the inside Disneyland Resort, which they give you the amount of days you're staying at the park. But I actually didn't buy a ticket the last day because they had this deal that if you bought a one-day ticket separately, then the child ticket was only $50. So I did that. And so they sent me those ones as soon as I bought them. But then the ones that we got that are included in our travel vacation package, they didn't release until like 2 days ago. So I have like 6 tickets in my app, and I got to make sure that they only scan my 4-day ticket because my 1-day ticket has a blackout date, and my 4-day ticket only goes until Saturday. So I got to make sure that I always scan the right ticket when I'm there.
I don't know what you said, man, but you special.
Yeah.
It used to be so easy. You just walk up to the, like, one ticket, please, and you go in. But I guess the parks are so popular that all this bullshit has to happen for that to like be a process. And then it's like, all I hear about is how much of a money pit the parks are. It's like, it seems like they're doing okay. Like they've got plenty of people going.
Oh yeah. No, I think it's, I don't want to say who is spreading the, what news networks are spreading the lies of the downfall of Disney, but it's definitely greatly exaggerated.
I guess so.
I literally just read an article online that they had to not allow any more people in like the week of Christmas because it was completely sold out. So
Christmas I get. That's like a peak time because people are on
yeah,
vacation. But
they now they have tiered tickets too. So if you go during the less busy time, it's not as much money. Like what I'm going, I usually always go during non-peak because it's like no joke. It's literally almost $90 less a day a ticket when we go. So, and I'm cool with it. Less crowds, I get to ride more rides.
hell yeah, less people, always better thing.
Totally.
Especially when you're watching
People-
movies. You ever seen a movie by yourself in the theater?
Dude,
It's great.
I did today. I think I was the only person at Alamo Littleton today.
Was that for Mean Girls?
Yeah, it was really, really weird. I walked in and the lady up front says, "Oh, you're the one here for Mean Girls." I go, "Uh-oh." And it was in their biggest theater. It's in their Theater 7. So,
We were gonna
I was literally all by myself.
turn off the projector for this one, but you're making us start it up.
And like when you go to Alamo, we've had this conversation before, how you feel like you have to buy something. I really felt like I had to buy something this time because I was the only one there and the poor server had to come check on me. And so, yeah. I mean, I only got a popcorn, so I still don't think she thought it was worth it, but
Yeah, it's a bummer. I like Littleton's my favorite one that we have, and they just don't have the show times that keep me there,
I know it was weird. It's the first time because I have to pick up my kid from school. It's the first time that they were the ones who had the early showing, and everywhere else it didn't start till 1. And there too, their showings, is like 3 showings a day of each movie. But it's a small theater comparatively.
Yeah, even when I do get to go there, it's like, yeah, it's pretty. I haven't seen a lot of crowds there, so it always makes me, worried that if they had to close one of the 3, it would be that one.
You're just not going to the right movies. I went and saw what's that stupid fucking cartoon that came out? Migration, and it was sold out. So
yeah, because you saw like a family friendly movie. It's like they send all the like the niche late night stuff that I love to Sloan's Lake, so that's why I don't get to go anymore.
I know. Well, they have one. They have They Came Together playing there, and I really want to see it.
Yeah,
that movie is weird and funny at the same time.
Just have to get the people in Aspen Grove and Littleton to be more interested in cool niche stuff like me.
I know.
That'll be easy to do, right?
Yeah, totally. If I think of a niche audience, is definitely in the affluent area of Aspen Grove.
Definitely. The solution is changing the audience. Easy task.
Brad, speaking of which, do you recommend Mean Girls 2024?
Nah. I saw the original once back in 2004, and haven't revisited it at all since. Other than just like obviously it's become less like quotable, cultural touchstone movie for a lot of people, but not me. So it was interesting, kind of like revisiting this movie that I barely remember from 20 years ago. But a lot of it is just so cringe and corny. Like I don't remember the original being like that, but the musical element really adds to that. So I was kind of like, bleh. Wasn't really into it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I thought this movie was fucking garbage. Because like you, I don't think I've seen the original Mean Girls in 20 years. I remember it was a really big deal when it came out. And Corinne, who's on this podcast, obviously loves the movie because she went and saw an early screening of it. And when I told her it was garbage, she really didn't text back. So I think I hurt her feelings.
Well, I remember the original. I was like, it didn't stick with me, but I don't remember it being like goofy and corny. I was just like, oh yeah, like this is smart, and like it was written by Tina Fey, right? So like it felt like it had an impact, but like it wasn't something like I loved. But this one is
Yeah.
just like, I feel like this is just based on something cool, but yeah, just a modern for the kids, for the new kids take on it. That I'm just like a little off-putting.
Here's the trailer for Mean Girls.
Oh, hell no!
Bitch, move.
Hey, PG-13, please.
What was that?
Oh, Lord, it's the Queen Bee.
Regina George.
Don't look her in the eye.
You could be really hot if you change, like, everything.
I met a guy in the summer and I left him in the spring.
Welcome to Health and Human Sexuality.
We'll be getting into abstinence, of course, then followed by in the spring, condoms and choking.
You're learning things now that I don't know how to teach.
Are you okay in there? We're concerned you're either doing drugs or having a toilet baby.
Ew.
We as women have to be able to support each other.
Get in, loser.
Welcome, Katie.
You're never gonna believe what I found this morning. Your burn book.
Mom, go make snacks.
For sure, Regina, yeah. Do you like gum?
Sure.
Oh, no, I don't have any. I was just...
You're a mess.
We will help you, Katie.
Why are you dressed so scary?
It's Halloween.
Katie, if you don't dress slutty, that is slut-shaming us.
That's just unprofessional.
What? What's this?
We're gonna make her pay.
All we've done is make Regina hotter and revive the wet look.
Dance break.
Who wrote all this junk?
Katie pushed her.
Regina really should be lifting through her glutes.
Look at this thing. I can't even see it. Like a face breast.
Je m'appelle Katie.
Incorrect.
You have to pick a French name.
Chanel.
No.
Celine Dion.
No.
Beyonce.
Mean Girls is a film about a girl named Katie who is being homeschooled in Kenya and by her mom, Pam Beasley. And she goes to, her mom accepts a job at Northwestern. So she goes to Chicago to go to a new school. And when she gets there, she's really awkward and out of place. And she's super smart and she's in calculus. And then she meets a boy and then she becomes stupid. And then there's like the mean girls, the plastics there that she infiltrates with the encouragement of her friends, the artistic outsiders. And yeah, and that's the fucking premise of this movie. When I was watching it, I kept flashing back to Tim Meadows in Dewey Cox. And I just wanted him just one time like, get out of here. You don't want no part of this. But it never happened.
I think I do.
So when I was watching it, Brad, and I know I really went fast through the plot of it, but that's basically what it is. I couldn't help but think about how smart and forward thinking Barbie was and how so ass backwards this movie was. Literally, Katie's whole arc is she's awkward, finds a cute boy, and pretends she's stupid to make him like tutor her. And then she becomes petty when he goes back with, Regina. And then she has this like revenge plot with her friends against her. And I said, this whole movie is about a crush on a boy. Like, what the fuck is this?
Well, I mean, that's not, it's not like a modern take on it, but like it's, I think Tina Fey said it's like based on her own experience in high school. So like it's a little exaggerated, but it's not like
I get that, but
it's a thing that does happen to girls.
It does, but it doesn't have the snarkiness that Tina Fey's original script had. It's like, I just don't like how stupid she became. And, and then she, all of a sudden this thing flipped in her where she became a plastic. Again, I don't remember the original movie. Maybe that's what happened in the original.
Yeah, I think it plays out the same, but yeah, it's just the addition of, there's a couple of modern, like, I don't think cell phones were a big thing. Like, cause there's like vlogging and, TikToking in the new movie that, definitely didn't exist in the original, but like, essentially the core of the plot, I think, is the same.
I mean, I can't speak for it, but I don't know. It just seemed like I don't know. I felt like we've moved past that trope, and I don't mind it being, if it's a fun, like, kids movie or something. But I don't know. I just didn't get that vibe from and, I don't know. And the music wasn't that great in the musical part. Except the one scene why I did give this 1.5 stars is her friend who voiced Moana. She's great in this movie. And that one scene where I don't even remember what the song was, where she's flipping everybody off. That was, in one take, and it was really nicely staged, and she's really great in it. And that was my favorite part of the movie, and it came about an hour and 30 minutes into it.
Yeah, when she like tells her truth. I'm telling my truth or something.
Yeah, and that was awesome. And I thought she was spectacular in that. I mean, she's running from room to room and singing and dancing, and everybody is talented. Even the lady, the girl who played Regina, I thought was really talented. But I think the script really let him down.
Yeah, I just it kind of, like, they were mean girls for sure, on both sides. I remember the Plastics being more mean than Katie. Like, it seemed like Katie was way more mean in this one. But like, I always remember Lindsay Lohan just kind of being aloof and following along. I don't remember her like enacting her own plot to take down. But again, that's just something, because I don't remember. There's also, did you notice, like, when she's in Africa, like the green screen, like
of course,
I could tell that the ground was real, but the sky had been painted out.
Yeah, it's super obnoxious. Like, you really can't just sit in a field and pretend it's Africa.
Yeah. Well, you gotta have like giraffes walking in the background, dude.
Oh, okay. Sure.
But yeah, like all the musical numbers, like, just like the camera work of like all the kids in the school. I don't know, it just didn't like impress me.
I know, and and it was super obnoxious. The Alpha Predator one, when everyone was acting like animals. It's like, my God, this is so fucking stupid.
The choreography is just so corny. Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe we're not the target audience, Brad. Maybe Corinne is the target audience. Here's what Corinne had to say about Mean Girls.
Hey nerds, Corinne here for another installment of Showtime, where I talk about something cool I've been watching lately. And I know this is our first one of 2024, and it's also my first one in a while, like at least 6 months. So sorry for the long break, but I'm back at it again. Hopefully I can do these a little bit more regularly. I mean, I try not to do anime, but you know how I roll. Like, I just have to throw an anime in there every now and again. But this time, it is not an anime. It is the new Mean Girls movie. I just got out of a preview screening. It was so much fun. It was like a special We Wear Pink, or on Wednesdays We Wear Pink party. Just a lot of like great energy in the theater. The gals who were in front of us, because I went with my friend Krista, and the gals in front of us had clearly seen the musical before, and they were super into it. And there were some people behind us that were singing along too. So I know, like, sometimes that's not appreciated, but in a theater atmosphere like that, where it's kind of like more of a movie party, I was like, I'm okay with it. I don't want everybody doing it, but I was like, this time it's okay. I obviously love the original movie. I own it. I won't say I watch it every year, but I do watch it probably once every 2 or 3 years. And I think it's a classic movie, or a classic teen movie and a classic 2000s movie. So if you haven't seen it, you should. I meant to see the stage musical when it was slated to be here in Denver, and I had tickets in March 2020. And of course, COVID happened, this show got canceled, and they were like, well, you could hold on to your tickets or you could sell them back. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to sell them back. And then whenever it was here, like 2 years ago, I was like, I'm theatered out for a bit. I'm gonna hold off on this one. And I'm kind of glad I did, because obviously, like, a movie is a little bit cheaper and more accessible for me. And, I mean, this was a really well-made movie, so I definitely want to go see it again. And, I'm hoping Jerry will come with me, because he was supposed to go with me to the stage musical. Yeah, so, I mean, I guess I can't really be like, spoiler alert, because if you've seen the original movie, plays out pretty much exactly the same, hits all the same beats, has the same plot, same ending, all that. So, yeah, but yeah, this time it's a musical, and there are a few minor changes that I noticed, but yeah, again, nothing really big. In fact, some of the cast members you'll recognize from the original movie, and there are a couple of fun cameos in there. I won't say who. And the new cast, they're great. I was especially surprised by the gal who plays Regina and the gal who plays Janice. Janice's actress, is it Ali Cravalho? Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. She's the gal who voiced Moana in the Disney movie. She's fantastic. She doesn't get to do much the first, I'd say, like the first act, but in the second half, she gets like one or two songs all to herself, and that's when she really stands out. And I was like, I feel like I know her. How do I know her? And then the credits roll, and I was like, oh yeah, duh. But yeah, the gal who plays Regina is really good. She gets, I think, the most dynamic song numbers in the movie, and there's the one at the Halloween party that's really, really well done. Yeah, there are several numbers that just the camera shots, the production, the props, and like how it all comes together, the music and everything. I was like, this is just so well made. And it really took advantage of the fact that it's a movie, and there were things that it could do that the stage musical couldn't. And of course, because it's a musical, there are things that this version of the film can do that the original couldn't. So it was kind of the best of both worlds. It is updated for the modern day. Everybody's got phones, everybody's, TikToks and Instagram and all this social media bullshit. It is kind of funny how they kind of work the burn book into that, because they're like, oh my gosh, this is like what we did that week they took our phones away. Because yeah, who even like has books or paper or pens anymore among these Gen Alphas and TikTokers and all this shit? But yeah, this is definitely for Gen Z, and based on what I saw in the theater, it was really hard to tell everybody's ages. I think most of the people were younger than us, but maybe not by much. Maybe like early, mid-20s. But yeah, I think that the Gen Zers will enjoy this. I think everybody will enjoy this if you like the original movie, and especially if you've seen the stage show and you like it, I think you're gonna like this movie. If you haven't seen the original, I don't know. Maybe you'd be okay with it. I think you either have to like the original movie, or you have to like musicals in general. But if you don't like either of those, then I wouldn't recommend it for you, because it's always hard to say, but I don't know. I'm not gonna guarantee it, but anyway, so yeah, it's just really well made, and yeah, I want to go see it again. It was a ton of fun, and all the singing, acting was great, and like I said, they don't change the story too much, they just kind of update it a little bit, so yeah, good time, and it'll probably be on my film explosion for 2024. Alright, so I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I will talk to you next time about something, probably an anime. What you gonna do? I don't know. Ooh, one final note before I go. If you haven't already, please go check out the Real Nerds website. By the time you guys are hearing this podcast recording, I will have a statistical recap of the 2023 Film Explosion episode up there. It will break down all of our lists by, genre, categories, all that stuff. So yeah, go check that out on the Real Nerds website, realnerdspodcast.com, and I will talk to you guys next time with something. Bye!
So if you're like Corinne and you like it, then probably this movie's for you. Because I didn't get any of the Easter eggs. I laughed hardest when there was a Saturday Night Live skit before during the pre-show with Tina Fey trying to get into the musical on Broadway, and it was really funny.
Yeah, I didn't go to the Alamo, so I didn't get to see that.
Yeah,
I did laugh at Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you're fine. Go ahead.
I did like there were like a couple of good stuff. Like I don't remember what the joke was, but when Katie first goes over to Regina's room, there was like some gag in there between like her entering the room and the burn book that was really funny. And then
and I liked the Kevin guy who was the math elite kid with his rap was funny.
Oh yeah, it's like what did Tim Meadows say to him? It's like, dude, we talked about this.
Yeah,
can't do that. Yeah, and then like her outcast friends when they're like riding around on the scooter after the party or something.
Yeah,
like,
that
get
was
to
funny.
Places.
Yeah.
So
like those two actors were great. I don't know his name, but he was great. And then the lady, she was Moana's voice in Moana. She was fantastic.
Yeah.
But I think just the overall production really let them down because the I don't know, the music numbers and then the choreography, I don't know. It was just uninspired to me.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say.
Yep. That's about all I got.
It's not like garbage, but it's just like there's just something about it that was just kind of like off-putting. Obviously like the choreographer's really talented, but I don't know if the creative choices were like, oh, that's like so impressive to me. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just more like, oh, that's cringe.
I like my female characters like Laura Croft in the reboot Tomb Raider, where she doesn't need a man. She just fucking kicks ass.
Yeah.
And the idea of
well, she probably wouldn't be mean then.
Yeah, true. But anyways, yeah, Mean Girls.
The movie would be over if
target audience.
the movie would just like instantly be over if Katie's like, oh, she went back with her boyfriend. Well, I guess I can just find any other man at this party.
I know.
Movie is over. Like, that's okay. He can do what he wants. Movie's over.
This is the big news story of the week.
It's real news.
Mark your calendar, Brad. September 14th in Cleveland, Ohio. The first time ever Rod Stewart and Billy Joel are going to be in concert at Cleveland Browns football stadium.
Dude, did you buy his tickets already?
I haven't, but I don't know. That's actually a pretty cool lineup.
I saw Billy Joel and Elton John together like 25 years ago. So
yeah, I saw Billy Joel by himself at Pepsi Center a while ago, and he's really good live.
Yeah.
And Rod Stewart's really good live. Obviously, I've seen him a bunch.
I don't know if I want to go to Cleveland to do
together.
it. They will.
Yeah, I watched the news press conference, and it's really the Cleveland Browns president wanted to put on a huge concert. And I mean, they've never performed together, and obviously they're two huge acts, so that's going to bring people, and it's only for one night. Unless it's super popular and sells out, then I'm guessing they might go to other places. But
I think it will. I mean, Billy Joel sold out Madison Square Garden, like in his hometown, for like a decade. So
yeah, I mean, Billy Joel's more popular in America than Rod Stewart. So my guess would be like 60% Billy Joel, 40% Rod Stewart. But between the two, I think they'll be able to sell 65,000 tickets. So, yeah, actually, but the real movie news is it's actually local. Brad, did you hear this story? Blumhouse has purchased parts of the Stanley Hotel, and they're going to make it a horror movie museum and a 10,000 square foot film center to exhibit horror movies and other films at the Stanley Motel.
I did hear about this. Like,
that's freaking awesome.
It wasn't a Blumhouse, but like I feel like we did talk about this like a year or two ago.
Yeah, so Blumhouse is calling it a mini Academy Museum dedicated to horror. So that's pretty sweet, if you ask me. Because obviously, the Stanley is iconic in Colorado and in movie lore for The Shining.
Yeah, I've never been. I want to go, but like it just seems like one of those things that you'll just never get into because it's so popular.
Yeah, but now that I was reading it's going to cost $70 million for them to do this. But if you make it a destination, and hopefully, because they had like the Bruce Campbell Fest there, but now you can do like another like horror movie thing there.
Yeah, there was a Stanley Film Fest there for a while.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I think that's really cool. Something unique to Colorado.
Yeah.
And it preserves the iconic Stanley Hotel. It's a historic landmark, but now you give another reason to go visit it. It's awesome.
Yeah. Is it officially a historic landmark like the Mayan?
It is.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so good for Colorado, good for horror movie fans. That's what I like to hear. Hey, we also watch things throughout the week in a segment I call What We've Been Watching.
So, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Brad, how was your movie-going experience this week?
I was bummed that you didn't get to make it out to the room.
I know, I'm super bummed, too. I tried really hard.
I know, it's not like you have a ton of options left to do it, but I wasn't going to, but I went anyway, and I am actually kind of glad you didn't go to this one, because the audience was not the best audience that I've been to.
How many times have you seen that movie, by the way?
Well, I don't keep an exact count, but Letterboxd, the times I've entered it on Letterboxd is 16.
Wow.
So that's over over a decade's worth. So considering they play it every last Friday of the month, that's not a lot.
Tommy Wiseau really appreciates it.
Yeah, I've mostly gone to the ones that he's there for. So, and last year I was like, I thought I went like 4 or 5 times, and apparently I didn't go once prior to December. So I didn't do that much that last year, or I guess forgot, or I lost the ticket and forgot. I don't know, but yeah. So like I watched it, but like this crowd was more inclined to just make up new shit and yell it at the screen than the past ones where I've been to, where like everyone knows what to do.
Yeah.
So, and then there was like this really embarrassing part where there's a part in the movie where Tommy Wiseau looks at a corner of the screen, and it looks like he's looking at people in the corner of the room. So a bunch of us will run down to the corner of the screen and stand there going like, "Hey, Tommy, look over here. Tommy, look at us." And I was the only one who did that. So it just looked to the room of new, like, it felt like it was a room of like a lot of new people. So yeah, just like this random asshole right down there and just like shouted a bunch of random shit and then ran back to his seat. So.
And now they're going to be like, I went to the room and this fucking dipshit down there by himself.
It was weird too, because like there's also another part where like people bring a Nerf football and like toss it around during the football tossing scene, and they did that twice. So I was like, oh, I figured everyone knew when to get up and sit down. And like the part I'm talking about, I usually forget to do because it's so close to the end of the movie. And yeah, just some 40-year-old asshole with all these like 20 years old, like the people next to me brought like a whole bottle of wine to the thing. I was like, they snuck it in. It's like,
does it sell out all the time?
I wouldn't say sell out, but it's more attended than a lot of movies I see there.
Huh.
So, and this is the winter, so it'd probably be even more packed. If we were able to get to the summer, but yeah, there's just more obnoxious because people, you get those people in the crowd who say like one clever thing, and they're like, "Oh, I'm a star," and then they just like take over and have to just add more shit to it.
So, not a good experience at the room this time, huh?
Not the best one I've ever done. Yeah, so hopefully if you can go next month, it'll be better.
Yeah, I'm thinking so, because you said it's the last Friday, right?
Yeah, every last Friday, yeah.
If I remember right, I'm on my admin schedule, quote unquote, at that time, so I don't have anything else going. I just have to go into work more early. Should we good?
Let's see. And then I saw Badlands, which was
That's a Martin Sheen movie.
Martin Sheen, CC Spacek movie from like the 70s, where they're just kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
And that was okay. The only cool part is at the Chez Artistes, when they do these, they have like this educated guy talk about the movie and like do a Q&A with the crowd and stuff and explain it. And so that was all right. But the movie itself is just kind of like criminals existing and wandering through the Midwest.
Because that is a bad land.
There was a funny comment on Letterboxd. Someone reviewed it, said like, I think the lands get a bad rap. It was really more the people who are bad and not so much the land. Some of that effect. So, that was cool. Then I saw The Zone of Interest, which is obviously in the Oscar, category this year for Best Picture and a couple other things. And,
correct.
Not that interesting to me.
So The Zone of Interest did not include you.
Did not include me. I do think it's pretty interesting that they were able to make a like World War II Nazi movie where you don't see like just gross, blatant depictions of executions of Jews in the movie. It is pretty creative that it's really kind of takes place inside the like main officer's house, like right next to the camp. So you're always hearing the horrors, but you're never really seeing anything graphic or awful, which in itself is kind of disturbing. But yeah, it's really, you're just watching this family exist, like just do their day-to-day shit. The dad is rising through the ranks, and his wife is just, gardening and taking care of their kids, and they'll have other people over, and they have like some Jews that work in the house. So occasionally they'll do something bad, and then the wife will threaten to send them over to the camp and stuff. And,
so it's a happy movie.
In a way, it's kind of like, it's sort of humanizing the Nazis. That this family kind of like the dad, it kind of seems like he doesn't like what he's doing, but he's playing along just because, it helps him, survive in the world, gets him what he wants out of life. And his wife really loves that. Like she is ready she'll do anything, including like leave him or even kill him to stay in that house.
Wow.
Yeah. And, it's from the maker of Under the Skin. So it's a very slow, quiet, eerie.
I do like Under the Skin a lot.
Yeah. But it's not as like weird or, I don't know, supernatural like that was. Definitely not a sci-fi movie, but, yeah. And then it just kind of ends and you're just like, okay, I saw that movie. That was a take. Not sure what I was supposed to get out of it. It doesn't really feel like it's examining anything. It's just like, here, I'm showing you how the Nazis lived next door. There it is. Watch them ignore the horrors of what they're doing.
Bastards.
Because they want to survive too. Yeah. And the last thing I saw was Flamin' Hot, which is the Cheetos movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which I heard was terrible, but I didn't mind it. It's not great, but I think it's fun. I don't know how true it is either, but yeah, just Hispanic guy works his way up, has a great idea, and Cheetos doesn't just outright steamroll him and take it from him, which is nice.
Good on Chester Cheater.
Or maybe they did, and they just glossed it over so they could get Cheetos to approve the movie.
I hope not, because Eva Mendes was the I'm sorry,
Longoria director.
Eva Longoria was the executive producer, so hopefully she wouldn't let that happen.
There was one part where they kind of, I forget the guy's name, but towards the late part of the movie, he does use his skills as a drug dealer to push the product that's not selling. So like, I don't know if that's real or if that's a kind of like a bad cue for like a way to like have him succeed, like, hey, Hispanic guy, use your drug selling skills to like push these Cheetos in your community. It's like, Yeah, that seems like a weird take unless it was real. Like you wouldn't just do that fictionally without expecting some heat on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was fun. What'd you watch?
Nice. Actually, I just rewatched some things. I embarrassingly have 321 Blu-rays that I haven't watched. Either
Yeah,
I've bought the movies.
I'm gonna side with your wife on this one. That's pretty bad.
Yeah. Or I've upgraded them, and I just haven't got around to doing it because I'm a piece of crap.
So you're counting stuff that you have seen, but you're just like, I bought a fancier new disc, so.
Oh yeah. So like the first one I watched was Flash Gordon, in 4K. So what I did is I went through my whole collection and I wrote down every movie that I hadn't seen on Blu-ray. I've seen them, possibly I've seen them, but I haven't seen them on Blu-ray, if that makes sense. And as I was writing the list, I'm like, oh my God, I am a piece of shit. Like, because I also have a bad habit of like going to used places and I'll buy like 3 or 4 of them and then they just collect dust, or I'll go on Scream Factory sales or Kino Lorber sales and I watch probably like 60% of them, and then I get distracted by the new shiny thing. So I wrote them all down, and then I just put numbers next to them, and it was 321. So I went to a random number generator, and so the first one was Flash Gordon, which is a silly movie from the 80s. The production design is really cool. The movie is really kind of stupid, but the Arrow 4K Blu-ray is really cool. I did not get the limited edition of that one because I don't think it's that great of a movie. So that was one I waited till it was on sale for like $17 and I got it. But the upgrade to 4K is really, really nice. And it's like a cheesy, fun movie. The second one I watched is the 1997 Mulan, or is it 98? 4K Steelbook. That Best Buy put out. The Steelbook is beautiful.
Wait, what? Sorry.
The Mulan.
Oh yeah.
The cartoon. The Steelbook is beautiful. And watching the movie again, I'm like, oh, this movie is actually, it's good. I don't know if it's a great Disney movie. Beautifully animated though, and some of the songs are really great in it. I think most people know the story. But it's just well animated. On 4K on 2D, the best part of it is how vibrant the colors are. And so that looks stunning. And the last thing I watched is a John Krasinski movie directed by Sam Mendes called Away We Go. And I think it's like 2007 as well. Maya Rudolph is his girlfriend in it. And it's them on a journey while she's pregnant to discover kind of their life.
Yeah, I actually think we talked about this in our Film Explosion 2010.
Yeah.
2010. You just said it was 2008.
Is it? I don't remember off the top. It might be 2010. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I think it's 2010 because I think it was on James's list or something.
Yeah, it's just a cute movie and it's really fun. And that's what I watched this week. So now I'm down to 318. So, and that's before my Rover Dangerfield comes into this week.
I guess you need to maybe cancel that Disneyland trip and just sit there and crush that list.
So I will crush it in April. My wife is going on a trip to Vegas with her 2 girlfriends. So I have to take the week off because I have to take my kid to school and obviously take care of him when he gets out of school. So I will watch hopefully a lot of movies that week and start knocking this list down to make it more respectful.
Yeah. Definitely need to take that leveraging the thing of when your wife complains about you have too many Blu-rays and you don't watch them. This doesn't help your case. So
I know it makes it I honestly, I did not think I had that many. And as I was making the list, I'm like, oh my God, I'm a piece of fucking shit. And it's things like, Wakanda Forever, like movies I do really like. But I get the Steelbook, so I can always have the Steelbooks to, make sure my collection stays the same. And, but I see it 2 or 3 times in the theater, so I don't have this urge to watch it right away again.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I'm a piece of crap. My wife is right, but she'll never listen to this podcast, so I'll never admit to her that she was right. And hopefully I'll be able to knock out a bunch. That's going to be my goal going forward. And luckily, I don't think there's any movies really coming out that I want. Anything Marvel, the Marvels, and Kindergarten Cop in 4K are the only things I have coming in the next month and a half.
Yeah, this whole Best Buy thing, it definitely, my attention on what's coming out is definitely waned because I'm like, where do I really look? Like, I don't really want to walk into Walmart every week checking things out, and Amazon.
No.
I can buy from, but I'm always wary. Am I going to get the slipcover? Am I going to get a smashed case? What's going on there?
Yeah, I've been pretty lucky. I finally bought Barbie on 4K because it dropped to $16, and I thought I was going to get the slipcase, and I got it today. So
nice.
Yeah. But I have the same panic when I order them as well.
I forgot to talk about it. One cool thing at Best Buy was, no, I told you this. Never mind. I'll tell the listeners at home. So the South Glen Best Buy next to me is going out of business. And then I went in there because I'd seen people posting online that they'd the new release rack. It's this autonomous thing, and it has advertisements for the movies that they just put out. So mine had Indiana Jones and Ninja Turtles on either side, and so I was like, I asked them, can I have that poster, and they totally gave it to me. So
nice.
I figured they're like,
didn't even charge you anything.
No, I was ready to fork over money for it too.
Nice.
I was going to slip them something, but they're just like, yeah, let me check with the supervisor. And then 5 minutes later, they just pulled it right out in front of me. It's yours. Here you go.
Thanks.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Sorry, you're out of a job.
I'm sure they'll be able to work at another Best Buy, right? Hopefully.
Actually, I think all the people there that day were just the regional people who have to come in and just take over. Cause there's one guy who was working the door for years every time I went in there. And I haven't seen him since this year. So I think all the regular employees have gone home. And they've got the clothing employees.
They got some severance, or they help them find another Best Buy to work at, hopefully.
Yeah, maybe I'll go to the Littleton one and that person will be there, or the Park Meadows one. Maybe they got shuffled around. But yeah, it's sad. It was a smaller Best Buy, and you could usually get stuff that the other ones didn't have there. So, and they had the most Blu-rays left than the other ones I've been to.
Sometimes when I can't find, I'll search for a Steelbook or something, and it'll say there isn't one near me. Then I'll just hit search other Best Buys, and the Casper, Wyoming one always pops up.
That's what we got to do. That's the solution. We just move to a different state.
Yeah. I would never live in Wyoming. Fuck that place.
They're probably we're taking out all the Blu-rays from all the Best Buys, except for Wyoming, because they have few options on going anywhere for any kind of things like this.
Really, they just have wind there, and it's not worth it.
So, yeah.
Next week, our film of the week is Argyle.
Okay.
Yep. Well, it's either that or that.
That is the big one. There is a cool movie coming out called She is Conan.
I know. I want to see that too, except if it's made in France, so it might drive me crazy.
Yeah, it's also almost sold out constantly, so hopefully they have it more often than they're showing it. But
well, if it keeps on selling out, I'm sure they'll make more of it available, because it's a Fantastic Fest one, right?
It is, but I don't know if they do that for those. I think they're limited release ones. It's not like the Oscars where they bring them back and just expand the show times. It's kind of
yeah, true.
We've booked it for this weekend, and then the wide release will come later.
About a lady who goes through time and kills a bunch of people.
Yeah,
so
it's the Schwarzenegger movie, but gender swapped and super weird.
Yeah. Weird. French movie that's weird. Who knew?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Argyle.
Maybe Argyle's fun. I like Bryce Dallas Howard. So she's super talented. She's a great actress, and now she's a great director as well. So Hopefully it'll be fun.
I think the only thing that really frustrates me is the visual effects in the trailer. Just like the cat looks so fake, and when they fall off the building, it looks super fake.
That's just, dude, that was a trailer from like 3 months ago. I'm sure they're working on it, and it's going to be like A+.
Well, we'll find out.
Yep. Until next week, we'll see you at the movies. Bye.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot. A real nerd can follow the plot. And a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action. Real nerds.
Thanks for listening to Real Nerds Podcast, a Nebulous Visions production. Stream or download episodes, read articles at realnerdspodcast.com. Stream us on Apple or Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. Follow us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. Twitter and Instagram, @Real Nerds. Watch us on YouTube, Real Nerds Podcast. Email us at realnerds@gmail.com. Call us at 720-6nerds5. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill, Mike at Plan 9 Studios, and Bolognium for all of our groovy theme songs. And that's how you fucking do it!